Dave Miller with Superior Services has joined me, and today we're going to talk about indoor air quality. I think it's kind of interesting. I think most people think that the air inside their home is better quality than the air outside of their home, but that's not necessarily always true.
It's most definitely never the case.
Never the case. Never the case. Okay.
The air in your house is definitely dirtier than the air outside.
Interesting.
So we're trying to do our best to educate customers and everybody about how important it is. A lot of people today suffer from allergies and headaches, and once again they just feel like it's something they have to deal with, whereas it could be something that could be solved.
Well, and it's something that's completely invisible, that they don't even think that, oh my gosh, this could be something in my air that's making this happen to me.
That's absolutely correct.
So what are some of those things that you look for? I think they're called volatile organic compounds.
Correct.
Did I get that right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, good.
You'll see it online everywhere, called VOCs for short. And basically, a good example I tell everybody is they love that new car smell, right? Well, that's a perfect example of VOCs. When you can smell things, it's typically not good, even if they smell good to you.
Okay.
What it is those materials off-gassing, and because they're brand new, eventually they'll off-gas and the smell goes away and you no longer have it anymore. But when they make a lot of products today, there's a lot of formaldehyde still in them and things like that.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what's kind of you're smelling, benzene and things like that are just either flammable, stinky, and what's worse is we are driven by the marketing on TV of all these fresh-smelling plug-ins.
I was just going to say plug-ins, Febreze, spraying it everywhere.
And literally, you're plugging in VOCs. That smell is there's nothing natural about it.
I'm never going to look at those the same way again.
No,
right.
No. I mean, we've gone into houses where people like to burn the scented candles, and we've pulled their filter out, and it's been just these funky colors from the candles burning and the air conditioning sucking it in.
Really?
It's kind of gross, but you want fresh air coming into your house that's filtered and possibly conditioned to help dilute the stale indoor air.
So how do we do that? I mean, obviously you're going to offer some solutions to that. So what are some of those solutions? So
there's several ways. Sometimes it's easy as bringing like a fresh air duct right from outside into your air conditioning system. That way it'll filter it and dehumidify it and then get it back into the house. Okay. There's things called ERVs out there, which are like energy ventilators, which bring in fresh air and they mix it with room air through like a little heat exchanger and then exhaust the stale air outside and then a nice clean air back into the house. That's another good way to keep your house, fresh.
Yeah, and something else you guys do is duct cleaning.
Yes.
Because obviously stuff can get piled up in there. So how often should somebody be looking at cleaning their ducts? When is it necessary?
Usually after construction, if it's a new house, it's a good time to have your ducts cleaned.
Right.
After that, you take it on a case-by-case basis. If it's really, really dirty, sometimes it's better just to replace the ductwork than to clean it. In other cases, cleaning it does just a great job. But we've noticed that, clean ducts, they do make a difference.
Yeah, of course, of course. Anything clean makes a difference, right?
Makes the house smell better, and you're just not pushing more dirt through the house when the system turns on.
Right. And then something else that's also can be a very big deal here in the Lowcountry, especially if we've had a storm and we've had flooding, is mold. And so you offer mold remediation, and tell me a little bit about that process.
Correct. So mold can, it's a sensitive subject. It's been used as a scare tactic before and things like that. Mold, I mean, 70% of the air we breathe is full of mold right now, and it's kind of like a bee sting. Certain people are going to be allergic, certain people aren't. Yeah. So finding out if you're one of those people is the hard part.
Right.
But it's still, if you see it in certain areas, in ceiling registers and things like that, sometimes it's not mold and everybody wants to say mold. So it's really just address your house, and if you feel like you have something, have us come out and take a look at it. It could be as simple as wiping something down and leaving it alone, or as complicated as, hey, we gotta really go and do a deep clean and spray things down and clean everything up. And but we do some before and after air samplings and things like that, so we can see if we actually made a difference or not.
Excellent. Well, if you're looking for some clean indoor air, make sure you're calling Superior Services.
Thank you.